All right, we're gonna start with the beginner hip exercises. So the first exercise targets gluteus medius. You're gonna point your toe, lift your leg to hip height, not higher, flex your foot and lower for a count of 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I want you to tuck your knees up to your chest as far as you can. Sometimes it's helpful to put your back against the wall so that you don't rotate backwards when you open. This exercise is called the hydrant because it's like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. You're going to lift your whole leg as a unit for a count of 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now touch your toes together and open just your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you're going to keep your toes touching and you're going to lift your feet up off the bed or the floor and again open your clam for a count of 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you feel like you're getting a bit of a Charlie horse, just use a flat hand or a soft fist to do a few little pats on your glutes there. That's how you know things are starting to wake up and work. Now we're going to turn over onto our back and we're going to work on the bridge. I'm sure lots of you have done different variations of this. It's very important to put something between your knees. I'm using a bolster. You can use a rolled up towel or a small cushion. You want to gently squeeze together, not to actually put your knees close together, but just to prevent your legs from splaying out to the sides as you come up. So I want you to engage your core and lift your bum up. When you get to the top, I want you to think about releasing your hip flexors and really opening your hip joint at the front. Take advantage of the stretch while you're up there while engaging your gluteus maximus from behind. And exhale, lower down. Inhale and raise up, and exhale, come back down. We're going to do this for a count of 10. I want you to pay close attention, touch your hip bones at the front, and make sure that when you come up that they're level. It's very common to have a droopy side, so you want to make sure that you lift up. Imagine there was a cookie tray across your tummy. You want all your cookies to stay in the middle of the tray. Forgot to count. I think we're at about 8, 9, 10. Good. Now I'm going to roll over. We're going to do the same beginner hip exercises from the other side. Starting with your leg lift. Again, lift as high as your hip. Don't get all Jane Fonda, because if you lift your leg too high, you're actually going to be engaging muscles in your waist. That's not actually what we're trying to achieve. We're just targeting gluteus medius here. That's 5, 6, 7. Point on the way up, flex on the way down. 9, 10. And again, tuck your knees up, flat back. I'm purposely doing this so you can see my back so you know what this looks like. The hydrant, you're lifting it as a unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Toes together, open the knees for the clam. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Elevated clam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And down. Pat if you need to. Okay, the next movement is an active movement with stretching, increased range of motion, all rolled into one. You're going to flex your foot. It's good to put a hand in front of you to help you to keep stable through your core. You're going to pump forward, point your toe, full swoop back. Pump forward, full swoop back. Flexed foot, pump forward, full swoop back. You should notice every time you're actually gaining a few degrees. Pump forward, swing back. Pump forward, swing back. Keep your core active, try and keep your torso as still as possible. I'm not deliberately increasing my range of motion. I've actually got really tight hamstrings too, and doing that repeatedly helps to free that up a lot. I'm going to do it from the other side. Remember, flexed foot on the pump forward. Really engage your core for the swing back. Pump, swing. Pump, swing. Pump, swing. Pump, swing. 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to finish off with my up the wall stretch. You need to find somewhere that you can get close to a wall. Bum touching the wall is not the goal. And I just want you to wiggle up and put your heels on the wall. My knees are straight. You can't really tell in these pants. I like to start with 30 seconds just in a neutral position. It's really important that you let your hip flexors go. So sometimes you actually have to grab your quads and shake them a little bit to make sure they're nice and relaxed so your pelvis can settle down and your low back is just in neutral against the table. Laying just completely neutral for 30 seconds is a great way to start. Then I like to reposition myself and point my toes. Do 30 seconds with pointed toes. I'll do a few deep breaths here. I'm not actually timing this. Breathe in and out. And in and out. Now I want you to reposition. Draw your toes towards your nose. We'll do a couple of deep breaths here. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. This stretch is really important because it actually isolates a bend in your hip, which gives you a true hamstring stretch. Whereas when you try and stretch your hamstring seated, you end up bending at the waist a lot and you aren't getting as accurate a hamstring stretch. The next thing that's really important for riders to do is to stretch your adductors. So let the soles of your feet come together and just let them slide down the wall as far as you're comfortable. And we're going to rest here and do a couple deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. We're going to slide back up the wall. In this instance, we're going to cross left leg over right knee, and then you're going to slide your right heel down the wall. This is a figure 4 position, which I'm sure you've all done at some point in your lives in some variation. Just slide your heel down until you find a comfortable stretch and hold there for 3 breaths. Inhale. exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. We'll slide back up and switch sides. Cross right ankle over left knee. Slide your left heel down until you feel comfortable stretching your glute, and we'll do 3 deep breaths here. And it doesn't hurt to just do a few more seconds of straight hamstring stretch now that we've freed up a lot of other muscles across the hip joint. More on all that later. Have a great ride.